If you enjoy learning the Cherokee language with RSU TV, join our Signal Society. Your monthly gift of $10 a month ensures that RSU TV can continue to produce programs like the Cherokee language classes. Click the link in the description or call 1-800-823-7210 to join today.
Also nikot galiele nikot jeto kohig Wade Blevins dawadon zalagigantino unole dawadon.
Ay nikela dawadon galiele skutaje look ko Sonola is it Kathy Sear dawadon yoneka.
Osta. So we're so glad to have Miss Kathy with us. Again today for our Nugsko Hiskine Jalagia our 45th
squad.
So close.
Yeah,
so we hope you've been enjoying the story. We really hope you've been enjoying it because we really spent a lot of time on it. So it's a long story. But, you're up to the task. And the thing I found with this story that I really like about these longer stories like this is one, the repetition, because you're dealing with the same characters. So I think probably every single person who has watched this show up to this point should know Ugawi Uwej, should know Uwej Kehya, and should know Atskili.
That's
because
right.
We've used
Those are your
them.
three main characters.
Yeah, exactly. And Inigod, you should be Inigod. You should know what that means. Galjohit. Maybe not Dagali Squotain, maybe not yet, but that's the big ears. But hopefully you're, and that's the nice thing about these long stories is that you recycle so much of that vocabulary, and
repetition is the key.
It is, and you're hearing it in a lot of different kind of ways, the same words in slightly different sentences, and research has shown us that helps our brain learn the words better, easier. So we hope you're enjoying the story because we're gonna ride that horse till it's gone. So we're gonna ride it to the end. So come, idalena jalagi diwone. So let's do our reading. I did this one a little different today. We're just going to take it one line at a time. So I don't know why I didn't do this 40 lessons ago, but I didn't, and so here we are. This says Luga ta line aya totla son ne line u dal. Luke, Tatline, second, Ayatotla, chapter, Sonneline, ninth, Udalka, verse. Oh, this is a long one. Kani you go no. Is that Kani or Gani you go no? Gani you go no. Di kanawa di dohi. Oh, di kanawa di dohi. Angels, right? Yehovah. Jehovah. Ujeliga. Unilujele. Ujeliga is what is it? Is that like it belongs to them?
Yes.
Okay, that's unilu. Oh well, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's read it. First, we'll struggle through it first, and then we'll talk about what it means. Ale galagwodi galagwodi dula sata dula sata ugawiyuhi ujeliga. There's that word again. Ujeliga. Do na do we stane dun do we stane I ale ujatanahi uniskale I. Okay. Oof. Okay. Gani yuko no.
It would be ka.
Kaniyu.
Kaniyu guan.
Kaniyu go no. And then kaniyu go no. Is that
Made aware? Kaniyu. Yeah, I think it would be.
Then they were made aware. Di kanawa di donhi, the angels, right? Yehovah.
Di kanawa di donhi. Yes.
Jehovah. Ujeliga. His Jehovah's angels. Okay, I get it. Unilu jele, they arrived. So like maybe this is like behold.
Yeah, behold or be aware, the angels of Jehovah
came. Ale and galagwodiyu, holy or sacred or special in some way, right?
Yes.
Galagwodiyu. Dula satan, that's to me.
Light.
Yeah, the light, yeah. To me, that's like ulusat, like something you can see through, right?
Yeah. It's so bright, though. That's what I think Dula Sata is like the brightest shining
thing. Okay. Like a diamond, kind of, right? Ugawi yuhi, the king, ujelega, his. Do we stane
wound together. Do na do we stane.
Do na do we stane. They ale ujatanahi uniskale.
Scared.
Oh yeah, and they were and they
they were really scared.
They big right, big afraid, right? Yeah. So let's see how close we are in English here. Let's say, and lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone. Yeah, the glory.
The Lord.
Shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. Okay. Uniskale. Would you read this for us?
Kani yukono di kanawa di dohi Yehovah ujele unilu chele. Ale galog di you. Du la sata ugawi ujeliga du na du wis tanei ale ujatani uniskale.
Okay, and so this do na do wis tanei, that's the part that round about them. So it talking about the dulusat, right? Shone.
The glory of the Lord shone around about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ale and
they were
ujatanahi. Is that related? Ujatanahi? Is that like uton? I mean, is it related to that word? Like a large amount? A big
it's
amount?
even bigger than the big.
Yeah, bigger than the big. Uniskale. They became afraid, right?
Sore afraid.
Sore. All right. So again, this is probably talking about the shepherds in the Nativity, because in our previous lesson we talked about that, and I think this is the next
The next chapter.
the next verse in the story. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So here is our conversational Cherokee. I can't remember if we've done it or not, but if we have not, then it's new. If we have, we're getting it again. So hasuyaki, pick it, like to choose. For example, you could say wustika hasuyaki, choose the smaller one. Like if you had things on a table that were different sizes and you wanted to tell somebody pick the smaller one, wustika. You hear that word usti, little. Okay, wustika hasuyagi, choose the smaller one.
Or hasuyek used to do lehakalseds.
Oh,
Pick out the
candy that you want. Yeah,
Hasuyeki used to detox to do leha.
whatever you want to drink. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you were going to tell them to choose more than one thing, would you say tasuyaki?
Tasuyek used to do lehakalseds.
Ah, pick
How many you want?
whichever, as many of the candies that you want, right? Let's see. What would another phrase using tasuyaki or hasuyaki?
Tasuyeki used to do leha jakisti.
Pick as much as you want to eat, right?
Pick the ones you want to eat. Like if you're at a buffet.
Oh, yeah.
Tasuyeki used to do leha jakist.
Takist. Takist is something for you to eat. Okay, so
Hasuyek used kwanja do leha. Which peach you want?
which one you want?
Tasuyek deja do leha kwana. Which ones of the peach do you want?
Yeah, meaning more than one.
Yes.
In that case, okay. So this is we use pick it out a lot in English, especially like with my daughter. I'm always telling her pick the one you want or pick so hasuyagi. If you just wanted to say pick the one you want, how would you say that?
Or you could just say hasuyaki. If everything's right there, you could just say hasuyaki.
Pick it.
Hasuyaki used to do leha.
Okay.
Which one you want?
All right. So this is a really good one for you. So I encourage you to add this to your vocabulary and use it. You should be able to use it almost daily, I would think. So, all right. So in our story, would you, rather than me reading it this time, would you read it for me?
Okay. I will try. I'll make mistakes because it's the first time reading as usual, but we will try. Askiwus digisuldote Wineki. Digsuldote. Oh, that's the one that we read earlier.
Yeah.
Digsuldote Wineka. Utada ne galjohita askaya. Ugawiyu uweji uwenasa adskili jedonha. Jayosla nigataka. Tayotla, is it supposed to be Tayotla?
Yeah, what I asked.
Okay. Nikadaga. Kanigita waka ale kanigita atugisti. Atskili uskonagosa nudanela. Tlakilo tali jusquata yiki. Seskino zoi adante ahiya. Skino oni adante. Tlata yital Italtis uvelise atskili. Dagagagstasi kohi usai. Iti ya tinoga agweti agehya kohi usa jajeli ayesti kanasula. Desto hlæsti alle desta danu gihlæsti. Hlæsti I hila na. Sanoyi da jiluti. Hlæsti yidi nu gilagi. Janu la haga. Dagagag stasi. Ahidida gesesti. Adana adante uwelise ugawi uweji doda tla yitaji tla na justeliski widu he du no sele atskili nuwesa agwohiyu atskili dagi lonastani Dagalonastani udane ugawi uweji. Itag sesteste na uweji geha. Tla wul tisti kanasula yigaduli. Sahieti la uweji geha tenola kanasula ugawi uweji. Ugawiueti unugi hlane ina igada askaya du la wistane idula ale galjohiti askaya galohisti wuwola hlagahust eli yuyala we do nola Tla yuwoni se ageha. Nada sanoyi ugali se ukata. Ugawi uweji wagagatos tane uweji ageha. Uli heli zona tla yidu tas tane. Si wagagatos te uweji ageha. Unieta gesa satu lisa du done no atskili negata yawi uniasa galzote. Stajosa unilane nole wajinawi dahe uweji ageha. Stajosa negata Anilene skigatu udalula taldu.
All right. So I think that takes us up to now.
Okay.
To what's going to happen next. All right. So it says galona stote udi se nole ni god do ni yej. Oh, okay. Galona stote, the magic. Galona stote udivse, it went away, right? Udivse, like the magic
healed.
Yeah, the magic went away. The spell lifted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nole, and then nikod duniete, they woke up. Everyone woke up. Let's see how close we are. The magic went away, and then everyone woke up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think probably we would say like the spell lifted. Can we talk galona stote? I saw in the consortium word list that this was the word for magic. What does this really mean, galona stote? Something that I know stote is something used for something else.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember translating this word before. I don't remember when, but it just really means you just galona stote is when you're tricking somebody.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
When
Yeah,
you're
something
just
used to trick.
yeah. So tricking and magic, and
Yeah.
the Cherokee word is probably the same thing.
Yeah.
For us.
And then this word uduse, that's like it. How would you translate uduse?
Well, really, it's to heal.
To heal?
More than anything that I can think of. Uduse, when someone heals, and that's all I can really think. But I guess it could be something that goes away, because
yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Whatever
so like
it was
if you
is
said,
gone.
Like his leg healed.
Uduse.
Uduse. And then nole, and then now this is an interesting word, like nole and that no. I noticed that with speakers, there are some speakers I know that use this all the time. Like I remember being in the consortium, and when people would get up to talk, almost every sentence they would start with nole,
And then.
And then, right?
That's what it's
continuing.
Continue.
But then I know other speakers that never use it. I never hear them use it.
Yeah.
So I think this is a word that is, it's just like in English. Every individual has a way of talking. They have their own
way of making the words flow.
And nole is this, I think.
Like the
in
word
Cherokee.
and.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Nole.
how.
And I know I had a friend who was Navajo, and when he would get up and talk, when he would, like in English we say and that kind of thing, and in Navajo, when he would talk in Navajo, when he would in between he would like d, and that's kind of like in Navajo, so and to me nole is kind of, it's not really that, but it's it's a way of continuing on with because it means and then.
Yeah, we have our own favorite words that we
use
say.
A lot. Galan,
or maybe even a habit.
Right.
Sometimes.
Galona sto tino uduse. I mean, I would have heard somebody even say something like that, like if they're telling the story, and then they use that no a lot, Nigoduniete. Okay, and then it said uwe tlune ugawi uwed dajio husi. Oh yeah, dajio husi.
Dajio husi. Dajio husi.
I'm gonna die.
Yes, dajio husi.
Uwe tlune.
Hollered.
He yelled out ugawi uwed, the prince. Dajio husi. I'm gonna die. Yeah, Dajio husi. The prince cried out, I'm gonna die. There it is. So uwe tlune, that's to cry out, right? You can use this for people. You can also use this even for animals sometimes, can't you? I've heard people use it, even though a lot of times people will use like nigawe or something like that.
Yeah.
I've heard people say uwe tlune, like wahya. I've heard both wahya nigawe or wahya uwe tlune.
Uwe luk.
Yeah.
If you hear it and you're hearing it, you say uwe luk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wolves are crying, but it doesn't mean crying like tears. It means
it's
like
the
they're
sound,
crying out.
the sound it's making.
Yeah. Oh wait, did we? Would you read this one for us? I forgot to have you do that. Sorry.
Galona stoti udipsa nola negat duniete.
Okay. Excellent. And then would you read this one for us?
Uwe lune ugawi uweti datiyo husi.
Okay. Next. Okay. Nigad ani steliski undlo hile aseno dagalisquotin askaya duwo sele etlawe nigad Octadosti Awaduli. Okay, so interesting. Nigod, everyone or all, Ani Steliski, the helpers, the ones that are helpers, Undlo Hile, they started crying. Undlo Hile. Undlo Hile, they started to cry. Aseno, but Dagalis Quoten.
Big ears.
Big ears, Askaya, man, Duo Sele. He told them. Etlawet, Nigod.
Everyone be quiet.
Yeah, everyone shut up. Octadost, to me to hear, right? Awaduli. I want to listen. Is that how you would translate that? Octadost.
Octadostoti.
You
have to put that
listen.
dough in there, yeah. Awadula. Octadostoti awadula.
Octadosti awaduli. I want
to hear.
Yeah, I want to hear, I want to listen. So let's see how close. All the helpers started to cry, but the big-eared man told them, everyone be quiet. I want to listen.
You got it.
So let's talk about, Nigod, of course, Anis Delis. Hopefully by now you're aware of that word to help. Yiga stela, Anis Deliski, Unis Deli. We've had it in a lot of different ways. Undlo hile. Adlohi is he's crying, right?
Adlohi.
Adlohi. And so they, dlohi, cry, le. Is that like
Undlohi le, they cried.
They cried in the past, because this is a story that's not happening right now. Aseno, but now, would you leave that aseno in, or would you have taken it out?
I would leave it in.
Okay. Dagalis Goten, got big ears. Askaya, the big-eared man, Duo Sele, he told them. Uwo Sele, he told him. Duo Sele, he told them. Etlawet, shut up. Etlawet, be quiet, be quiet. This is a more direct way than say like when you say Tony to done hest or toge hest. That's kind of a polite way of saying like calm down or quieten yourself. Etlawet, that's just be quiet.
Be quiet.
Nigod, everywhere.
Everyone.
To me, this is an interesting word, because unlike most words in Cherokee, this doesn't seem to conjugate. I mean, etlawet can be to one person, or it can be to everybody in the room, right? So I find that interesting.
Yeah, it is. You like, as a speaker, I never really thought about language till I started reading it.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how could we ever write, how we learn English, we have English.
Yeah.
How in the world could we ever do Cherokee in Cherokee,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could we ever teach it? Because there's so many different ways of doing verbs and nouns.
Absolutely. Yeah. And because to me, in English, this etlawe is a verb, because you're telling somebody, be quiet. But you can't say like ijatlawe, or I mean, right? I mean, I've never heard that,
I've never heard it that way either.
All I've ever heard is etlawe, regardless of who you're talking about.
Yeah. And who and where and how many. It's just etlawenigod. If you want, if they're, for whoever's out there. Yeah, or even if I just tell you, etlawe.
Yeah.
Etlawe.
Now, is this etlawe, is it always a command? Like if you were going to say like, like if we were going to continue on with Oh, well, actually, I think we are. So we'll find out.
Yeah.
Here in a minute. God, I want to hear, right? I want to hear. Would you read this for? Did you already do that? No.
Nigad anisteliski unlohile aseno digalisko tenaskaya duosele. Nigad agtedastoti awadule.
Excellent. Okay. To nundanele utadastaneno. Okay. To nundanele. So this says they were quiet, right? So apparently etlawe is always a command, right? Because if you say they were quiet, you couldn't say unitlawe or something like that, right?
And then where does to come from?
Yeah, to. And to can mean quiet. It can mean calm.
Still.
Still, yeah, not like you know, he, yeah, peaceful.
Yeah, I guess tohi is that, right?
Yeah.
It comes from that word, the word peace, right?
I think
Tohi.
so. Yeah, tohi
Okay.
has to, right?
Yeah.
Tohi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, got to. Utadastane, he listened, right? And then of course this no at the end, utadastane no, and then he
He
listened.
did it. Yeah.
Now, if you were saying that, well, let's go to the English. They were quiet, then he listened. Now, without looking, if you were just looking at the English, how would you translate that?
That one?
Yeah.
That sentence.
They were quiet and then he listened.
Etlawenundanela. Utadastane.
And you wouldn't even put the no at the end.
No, but it's not right nor wrong. You know, it's still.
It still makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so you would have said They shut up. Right?
They were quiet.
Yeah.
But to is the same.
Same. Yeah.
So it's no right or wrong.
It's the awesome part of Cherokee.
Yeah.
Right. So you can say ton nundanele or etlawe nundanele.
Nunalstane. They got quiet.
They got quiet. Utadastane. They listened. Udaneno, and then he said, right? Then he said, Joetsku iutlelod neyon ubotla adlohiya adlohiha adlohiha. Okay. Then he said, Joetsku 300 EU load miles. EU is can mean a lot of different things, can it? I mean, it's really just a unit of measure. Neyon on a rock. Uwotla sitting. Adlohiha, she's crying.
Yeah.
Now, would you say wotla or wotla?
Yeah. Joitsku iutlelod neyon. Wewotla. I think.
Wotla.
Wewotla.
Yeah.
That's but it's Uwotla, same.
I mean, it means the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then adlohiha. And I know in North Carolina they use this ha a lot of times where we leave it off a lot.
Adlohi.
Yeah, adlohi. And to me,
But-
like when a speaker here puts a ha on the end of it, it gives it a little more weight.
And it's only because the A is silent, adlohi, because the H is there,
Yeah.
adlohi. So it's just silent.
For
but
speakers
it's
here,
there.
a lot of times.
Yeah. But it's there. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're doing good. Yeah. So yeah, and so again, I just want to point this out to you as learners. Like if you hear somebody put a ha at the end or something like that, don't freak out.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if they leave it off, and they just say adlohi.
it's the same.
It's a lot of times it's, especially I hear that more here. But because I remember when I used to teach in North Carolina, and Chunky was in my class way back then, and when he would say so, and then he would say awaduli huh, and when of course I was real young then, and I was like, I've never heard that, but now as I've been exposed to a lot more, I because
You know how it goes.
right, and at the time, all I'd ever heard was awaduli, but awaduli, huh? Same thing.
Yeah.
It's the exact same.
Yeah.
So would you read this?
No. Joitsku usually Lord na yo wawosla adlohi ha.
Okay, excellent. Oh, that's all. Well, that's as far as we got in this story. Okay. All right. Okay. So I will do my best to read through it.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Galona stoti uduse no le nigod duniete. Uwe tlune ugoyu uwed dagio husi. Nigod anis deliski undlo hile. Aseno dagalisko ten askaya duwosele e tlawenigod octodasto de awadule. Ton nundanele utadasten utadasteneno udaneno joit sku iutle lord ne yon wu wotla adlohi ha. All right. Would you read through this for me?
Galona stoti udivse nola nigata duniete. Uwe llune ugawi uweti. Datio husi. Nigata anisteliski unitlo hile. Aseno digaliskoden askaya duwosele. Ellawinigad agi agtadastohti awadule. To nundanele utadastaneno. Udaneno jo itsku iuli lord uyon Nøyon wawosla adlohiha.
Excellent. So we're getting farther in the story, right? So now we found out what happened when the witch carried her off, and so when the magic wore off, everyone woke up, and they saw that she was gone. Although it didn't say that, but we infer that they noticed she was gone because the prince cried out, "I'm going to die." All the helpers started crying, but the big-eared guy told them, "Everyone be quiet. I want to listen." And so everyone was quiet. He listened, and he told them 300 miles on a rock she's sitting on a rock 300 miles away crying.
Yep.
Yeah. So the interesting thing I find about this is that she's crying. So maybe she really likes the prince, and she's sad that
he's gonna get killed.
he's gonna
He's gonna get his head cut off.
Take it off. Yes. So I'll try to read through it because
Okay.
I need to make myself read in Cherokee more, read
Okay.
in syllabary. So galona stoti udise nole negada uniete uwe tlune ugawiu uwech dagio husi negad anisteliski unglohile aseno digalisquotain askaya duwo sele etlawe negada octodasti awaduli tohin nudanele utadastanen no udaneno ajoitsku iu tlelod nayon uwotla adlohiha. For some I have a hard time putting that ha at the end. Adlohiha.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, so we've got a little bit of time left, so we'll play our game, and that way it will challenge me, and it will help all of you to be more exposed to the language. So if you'll give them to me in Cherokee, then I'll wait a few seconds, and I'll give the English of what I think it is, and then you'll tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
Okay.
Dajiyohusi.
Oh, Dajiyohusi. That's I'm gonna die.
Yes.
Dajiyohusi.
Ugawiyu uweji.
Ugawiyu uweji. Ugawiyu uweji. That's the prince.
Uwelune.
Uwetlune. He cried out. He yelled or he hollered.
You're right. Duniyeje.
Duniyete. They woke up.
Yes. Nigada.
Nagata, everybody or all.
We udipse.
Udipse, it healed, it lifted, it went away. Udipse.
Awaduli.
Awadule. I want it.
Ehlawe.
Etlawe, be quiet.
Aktadasti.
Octodasti, I listen. I too listen.
Nigada.
Nagata, everybody or all.
Okay. Duwosele.
Duwosele, he told them.
Digalisquotana.
Digalisquotain, I like that word. Now that I know it, I like it. Digalisquotain, big ears.
Asano.
Aseno, but.
Askaya.
Askaya, man.
Unatlohile.
Unatlohile, they started crying.
Yes. Uwotla.
Oh, uwotla, or wuwotla.
Wuwotla.
Wuwotla, she's sitting.
Yes. Adlohiha.
Adlohiha, she's crying. Adlohiha.
Udaneno.
Udaneno. Then he said.
Iuthilode.
Iutlilod, miles in this case, right? And that's related to the word to measure.
Right. Nope. No.
Nyo, that's like on a rock.
Yes.
That on, is that telling you that it's like
Rocky. Or just on a rock.
on a rock? Nyo is, or Nui is just a rock.
Yes.
But that Nyon is on a rock. Okay. Just making sure I understand.
Joitskwa.
Joitskwa, 300.
Tohi.
Tonhi, quiet or peaceful or calm.
Udane no.
Udane no. Then he said.
Nudanele.
Nudanele. He did it.
That's right.
Okay.
Galonastoti.
Galonastoti. That's the consortium word for magic, and it's something that's used to trick, right?
Right.
Galonastoti.
I think that's it. Nikata. Nikata, did I give you that word?
All and everyone. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Well, let's try it the other way. Now let's
Okay.
see if I can do the Cherokee. This is harder, but I'll do my best.
Okay, so you want me to tell it to you in English?
Yone again. I'll try the Jalak.
Okay. I'm gonna die.
Dagiyohusi.
Daji.
Dagiyohusi. Yeah. Dagiyohusi.
Crying.
Adlohi ha.
Tadas taneno.
Then he listened. But
Yeah.
That's good. But that's fine.
I gave you.
That's okay. I don't think I could have done that one in Cherokee anyway. So you're helping me out.
I want.
I would do Lee.
Okay. Big ears.
Dagalis Guotin.
Man.
Askaya.
Helpers.
Analisteliski. Anisteliski.
Quiet.
Ton or etloe.
Etlowe. Okay, then we'll go to peaceful.
Tonhi.
He said.
Udane or udanele.
Udaneno on this one.
Udane no.
Yes. They all cried.
Oh, do need lo hile.
Duna.
Do not lo hile.
The prince.
Ugan with you, uweji.
Magic.
Galona stoti.
They woke up.
Duniyeje.
You got let's see. All.
God.
He said.
Udane no.
Du var sele.
Oh, he told him, do
Yes.
say that.
Sorry about that.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. What about rock?
Nuy, or nuyon in this case.
Mile.
Oh, eutli load. Eutli loading.
300.
Joyetskwa.
He did.
Nudanele. All right. Okay. So we only have about a few seconds
Okay.
left, but awesome. Thank you
Yes, you
so
did great.
much. And so you're going to come back, right?
Yes,
And we're going
I'll
to
be
finish
back.
this story. We're going to know or get as far in the story as we can. So
Okay.
anyway, from all of us here at RSU TV and Cherokee Nation, I just want to say, what don't?
I screw what do ka le li ka. Don't da ko ha.